Cue up your Doom soundtrack because the new Kantreal Shotgun is just disgustingly good. This gun is incredibly good even without a certified god roll attached to it. Hell, it's not even blessing dependent. And with the right blessing combos, this gun can sing. Added in the Tools of War update, it's meant to serve as the heavy and unrelenting shotgun option. It's also hilariously marked as close ranged. Yeah, sure, this is what close ranged looks like, Fat Shark. I have been bringing this bad boy with me on heresy runs and the occasional damnation, and it is no weapon that will make you feel like you aren't helping the team. Its strengths definitely lie in the fact that it has a solid damage output, it's got surprisingly long range damage for some reason, excellent crowd control, all while maintaining a fairly lightweight playstyle. Damage wise, this thing is very solid. It's not going to immediately melt everything it shoots, but if you lock targets, it will be getting you that kill. Veterans and a counterfire volley become a flechette flurry, letting you eliminate pretty much every shooter within spitting distance, even if you have an aim challenged by the broadside of barns. Rangers, flamers, gunners, and what have you, they may take a few shots, but it shoots quick and lets you coup de grace heretics with ease. This weapon is a reminder why the US was told the trench gun was a war crime back in World War I. And why stop at close quarters? I mean, with a tight spread while ADS, this thing becomes a long-range death machine. It will not outshoot your Hellboys. There are weapons that will do much better in this niche, but using what is meant to be a close quarters heavy shotgun and out-sniping a squad of scab snipers should be illegal. Not, but it should be. And the real beauty lies in the combination of its high damage and that it's so adept at crowd control. Its damage isn't strong enough on its own to have a breakpoint of 1 every time on specialists, but so many times has a trapper or flamer appeared only to get knocked on its ass and swiftly executed before it can even get up again. Hell, you can even stall crushers if you need to, because its stagger does not give a damn what Carapace thinks. And if your blessings are going off, it employs the best form of crowd control, which is instant death. All of this, and it's very nimble, with a quick swap time and easy transitions to ADS. You can easily be in the thick of a horde, backslide, snipe a specialist, and then just dive right back in the action like nothing happened. They'll know, but you don't even care. It's not without its weaknesses, but they're pretty few and easy to play around. These are being that it does have a pretty low ammo mag and reserve. It's not the best at horde clearing either, and I don't know what they were doing, but the Dragon's Breath show is pretty meh. And yeah, obviously the ammo quantity was going to be an issue. Having a fairly high fire rate makes it pretty easy to vomit out your entire mag, and each shell needs to be lovingly inserted back into the bullet box individually. Which is also where it meets its next weakness, which is that it's just not that great at clearing hordes. Which is surprising, because usually shotguns are the poster boys of the zombie apocalypse, but its limited mag size means that it can only really blow away a few nuclear families worth of people before it needs to get refed. If you're dealing with higher difficulty hordes, they're usually not going to provide you a union break to reload. It'll do in a pinch, but it's just one of those things where you should probably be relying on your melee weapon to take this spot. And it should be mentioned that the Dragon's Breath round was not in strengths for a reason, and it's that I have no idea what Fat Shark wants me to shoot it with. Burn stacks sent are at the detriment of your primary shot doing less damage, and the time taken to insert them just doesn't beat me dumping the first, second, and third shell into my target instead. This is alleviated because they just did patch this, and so it's a little quicker to reload, easier to snap your aim, but I want more out of it and a better understanding of what niche it's supposed to be providing here. The best way to mitigate this weaknesses is to primarily use it for priority targets, which would be your shooters, gunners, flamers, and on and on. Don't waste your limited ammo on chaff like poxwalkers, since it's better to keep that safe for something you need to knock down and present the Emperor's mercy to. Also remember that during your volley fire, you can reload a shell or two at a time and enter ADS to squeeze off a quick kill to keep up your ult. As for horde clearing, definitely bring a confident melee weapon that can deal with a crowd. A chainsword or a bromentum axe will do just fine, and if you don't have a bromentum axe, you really should be getting one because they are solid melee options when you're trying to try out new ranged weapon builds. For blessings and perks, pick your favorite flavor. As mentioned, it's just not terribly dependent on blessings making the gun work, and I even got pretty good returns with a non-god roll with Terrifying Barrage myself. If you can, Node Respite and Fire Frenzy together are an amazing pair, and it takes it from a 3-shot on most specialists to a 2 or 1 shot, so it's a very noticeable difference when they're going off together. And as for perks, selecting for your standard Flak and Maniac is a good ideal, and it complements the Specialist Assassination playstyle, but as long as you're really not running extra carapace damage, you're likely not going to be wasting a slot. Likewise with feats, it's really just not going to be build dependent, and it makes it so that way it serves as a good ranged weapon for every class, or any class that can hold it. Sorry, Ogre. In the hands of a veteran though, you're definitely going to be getting a lot more out of it due to all the ranged weapon buffs that go with it. But hey, if you're a zealot and you hear Doom music and you see demons, then maybe you want to start bringing a shotgun too, and you'll get a lot out of this trench sweeper. And that's about it for this video. If you liked the video, drop a like, comment if I missed anything, and you have a great day. See ya!